Hi, I'm Sally and this is the tutorial for my dress charm. It's sort of a halter neck dress, so the one that goes around the back of the neck in case you don't realise. This was a request, so I hope you like this. So let's make a start and I'll show you how to make it. So taking your loom in a staggered configuration with the arrows pointing towards you, going to take 2 bands, whatever colour you want to do your dress, and we're just going to place them, over this end pin here. Taking 2 bands again, we're going to go diagonally, across like this, same the other side. So it's like this. We're going to go down each side twice. One and 2, and as I said, if I can get hold of these bands, they're a little bit slippery, these bands. Like that. This is what we have so far. And then we're going to turn in, and this is the halter neck part of our dress that we've just made. So we're going in to this pin here, like so. So you have sort of an extended sort of hexagon shape there. We're going to go down 3 times now, and this is going to be the main part of the dress, the top part of the dress. So if you want to change colours, then you can do so now. So we're going 3 times on each of the rows. And the last row. So this is still with 2 bands, just in case you're wondering. I generally always work with 2 bands. It gives a more solid look when it's finished. Like so. So this is the top part of the dress and the halter neck. I'm going to change my bands now. I'm going to use a more sparkly sort of band to do the skirt. So it's a similar colour. If I just get a few, maybe you'll be able to see the sort of glittery bands. So, still taking 2 bands, they're in a similar colour. And I'm going down 3 times again. That's 3 times on each. You don't have to use glittery bands, you use whichever bands you want, you do however you like. There's so many different combinations for this dress and doing different things. Sorry, my neighbours are being noisy outside. You can hear the banging around. There we go. So this is the main body of our dress. So we've done the shape at the top. We've gone down 3 times with the colour for the top part of the dress. So on here, as you can see, this is the yellow part. I've used glittery bands for the skirt part, which is the white one on this one. And I'm just going to add in some bands at the bottom to make the sort of frill there. On this one, I've used the same colour bands as I have for the skirt, so it's entirely up to you. I think I'm going to continue using the glitter bands for this one. So all I'm doing is I'm stretching these bands out and I'm doubling them round onto my fingers and I'm placing them over the pin. and I'm doing 2 bands on each pin. Okay, so you're just stretching it out, crossing it over so it's like a figure of 8, and doubling it around on your fingers and placing it over the end of the pin. If you don't want the frill, you can just place a cap band. So just take a single band and wrap it around each of the pins 3 times, and then you'll just have a more straight, less frilly sort of dress, like so. We're going to add on our triangle bands. Now, triangle bands help to hold the design together. As you can see, it's sort of solid and these don't pull apart too easily. I have a design here, it's for my Christmas designs. It's a bauble, but it will show you the same thing. As you see, they pull apart. So if you don't have triangle bands, then you'll get this more gappy sort of look, which isn't so good. So we'll go with triangle bands. So you're just placing a single band and you're making a triangle shape around 3 pins. So a pin at the side, a pin in the centre, and 1 at the other side. And I'm going to do this. I'm using the same colour as I've used for the skirt part. I'm going up with 3 triangle bands, which should take you to the base of the top colour. Now, to make this look more fitted, as you can see, I've left the skirt more full and this is more narrow. So I'm going to take a band. If you want it to look the same all the way down, then just continue with your bands as you were. I'm going to double the triangle band, and this will pull it in tighter, so at the waist of the dress, and it will make it look more fitted. Okay, and I'm doing this all the way up. So these are just doubled, same as we've done down the bottom with the frilled bands. So just double them and place them over. There we go. We're all laid out, so this is what you should have. So I've placed the little doubled bands, 2 on each of these bottom pins. I've placed a single band around 3 pins here, here and here. And then when I've got to the waist, which in case you've done your dress all one colour, if you go up, so the equivalent, so 4 pins basically, I've doubled the bands to make the waist of the dress tighter and more fitted, and I've done that 3 times as well. So once you're at this stage, you can begin to loop. So you're going inside all of the little doubled over bands and inside that triangle band, finding just the 2 bands that are right at the bottom, and you're bringing those forwards. Okay, so just bringing those forwards, and if your bands come off, then don't worry too much. If you've got both of your bands, which I haven't, it's a little awkward. So I'm just going to sort this out. So I've only, what's happened, in case you didn't quite get what I just said, I've only looped 1 band and then one of the other bands came off with it, so, but I've just sorted that out now. I just pushed the bands, the doubled over little round bands, put back on, and then I found the other band that didn't loop, and I'm just going to loop all the way up to the pin here, so these 3 pins here. So you're pushing the triangle bands out of the way and you're looping up. So it's up to sort of where you start the halter neck part of the dress. And just looping all the way up. The centre you just go as far as you can before you get the gap. And in the bottom, at the sides, just Stop when she gets to the bands that are sort of diagonal. Like so. So I've looped up here. So once you get your diagonal bands here and here, you just want to go in and you want to find the top 2 bands and bring them round to whichever pin they've come from. So it should look like this once you've looped. And you can carry on and you can loop all the way up to this top pin here where we started. Like that. Once you've looped up all of your design, you can tie it off. So taking the 2 bands that we placed on, first of all, taking your hook down through that centre pin, that first centre pin, find those 2 bottom bands, place the other end onto your hook, and then the 2 that are nearest the handle of the hook, just place over the bands and over the end of your hook and pull the ones that are still on, and that will make a slip knot. Your design is now secure and you can remove from your loom. So I'm just going to take this off. So when you take it off, it looks a bit strange. Needs a little bit of attention. So just tug the tying off bands, make sure they are secure, that's the most important part. And then pull out this side bit here so you're showing that you've got the hole there for the halter neck. And then tug out the skirt so it flares a little bit so you get a fuller skirt. And then just neaten up the little circles at the bottom if they're all over the place, which I know mine are, unless that's the look you're going for, in which case leave it. So just get it to look how you want it to look, and there you have your dress. So there we go. So I hope you like this and you've enjoyed making it. Please hit like, comment, let me know what you think of the design and of the tutorial. If I can get that to stand up. And subscribe to be notified when I bring out new tutorials, which at the moment I'm trying to do every couple of days, so I have a lot of ideas I want to share with you, lots of designs, so we'll see how that goes. I am on Instagram and Twitter at Sally's Looming. If you'd like to find me on there, follow me. I do follow back, and you can share pictures of your finished designs, which I always like to see. It's nice to see how your varying versions come out. You can also make requests or comments on there. I'm also on Facebook. If you search Sally's Looming, all one word, and again, you can share pictures, make requests, comments on there. So the bands of, it's like going a little bit backwards. There you go. Yeah, so anyway is good. You can comment under this video if you aren't able to get on Twitter, Instagram or Facebook. Just comment and it'll get to me too. So there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed making this and you like your finished design. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.